I remember the first time that I actually started writing something seriously. I had dabbled around with some stuff in New Jersey when I was in high school, of just making up things, but never really pursued it. But there was a time when I lived in Boulder where I was sitting at this piano, and I just started writing my own thing, and I even remember what it was. It was this little thing in E minor. And it just felt really good. You know, it felt a whole lot better. It felt sane, you know, for the first time in my life, so that I wasn't, you know, constantly going out and playing what other people had written. It just occurred to me all of a sudden that what I really wanted to do was write my own stuff, for no other reason than just to do it, because it felt good. It was really satisfying. Well, the way I go about it is, you know, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, it determines what key I want to play in. And I go about that just by sitting down and playing. And I experiment and find out where it is that I want to start out. And then when I start out, when I find that place, then I just, it's a process of just going from one step to the next, you know. Like, if I already have the melody line going through my head, I'll figure that out and play that, and then I'll figure out what chords go to support that. And then I'll play that over and over again until I find out where it goes next. Honestly, when I feel the energy that I want to sit down and compose, I do. If I don't feel that energy for a long time, I don't give myself a hard time about it. I might not play or write anything for months. And I don't worry about it, only because I've been playing for close to 20 years. And it's something that I don't question. You know, it's either going to be there or it's not, and for the most part, it's there. And I have in the past quit for half a year or a year at a time. And it always comes back. And I figure when it doesn't come back, then it's time to do something else. Right now, my music is sort of going in two directions. It's taking a jazz direction on one hand, like half the time, and the other half the time it's sort of going back to my roots in more of a new acoustic, new age type sound with just piano and strings, much more impressionistic. And you know, if you talk to me when I'm really into the more upbeat, jazzier stuff, then I'll say, yeah, I'm really into this right now. And then if you talk to me when I'm, you know, into my more mellow space, then I would say I'm more into that, you know. So it seems like I might actually develop two different audiences. The jazz album is called Two Hearts, and the more acoustic album is called The Fool and the Hummingbird, which sort of symbolizes sort of where I'm at. Sort of more on the spot, you know. Again, it's like I'm not sitting in my living room. I try to bring about that energy that I'm sitting in my living room and playing for some people. And yet, it's, you know, if I play a wrong note, there's 1,000 people that hear it rather than just myself. And so there is an added tension. And what I try to do is I try to take that tension and turn it around to an inspiration. And use it to push myself to take a few more chances and go beyond where I might go without having 1,000 people waiting to hear something good, you know. And I try to remind myself that they're here to listen to me, not to be impressed by a super piano player. I'm better at being myself. So I hope that you'll be patient with the noise if you think that it's too loud, and I hope you'll be enjoying it if you think it's just loud enough, and I hope you like my tie.